Okay, Mom here, and today I have Clorox2. So this is that super duper stain remover stuff that if you don't really know how to use it well, it can really be a pain. But it can be a lifesaver too. So we have been going through bottle after bottle of shout and spray and wash, and I was getting to where I was buying a great big tub, and we were going through a tub like a couple weeks to 2 weeks going through a big tub of the refill bottles, and it was just getting crazy. So I have had really good success with this if you let it dry on the stain. So I have some major super duper stains that are so gross, and so I have food coloring, I have throw up because we got the flu, but the food coloring yellows and reds are really bad. This shirt I treated and I missed a spot, but I had this yucky red stuff that was just from food all over the front and down. I was trying to salvage this for son number 2, and so I need to treat this spot. This one just had a little yellow spot. This one's like a dried stain, little tiny yellow spot. I'm gonna try to get that one again. This one, oh my goodness, candy, food coloring, you name it, it's on this shirt. I think it's all pretty much candy and chocolate milk, but we are gonna pour some on this one. This one, same thing, this is just food, but this is gonna come out really easy. And then we get to the really gross stains. Oh my goodness. This missed the wash on our first time through when we had the flu, and I found it at the bottom of my pile. This is kind of gross. So this is like dried milk and throw up. That's as bad. Oh, it stinks so bad. That's as bad as it gets. So I am going to demonstrate on this one. This is the food coloring one. So what I do is I just pour the Clorox2 right on the stain, and I'm going to let it sit overnight. I don't put anything else on it, but I'm going to let it sit flat so it kind of pools on top of the stain, and it will have plenty of time to soak in all the way. I'm going to tilt this down so you can see what we're doing. So I poured some Clorox2 into the cup, and I'm just going to pour it right on the stain. I'm going to need more, maybe. And then I just kind of fold it over and dab it so it's everywhere. Because this blue candy, it can be really tough to come out. And I think I need a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to try to get all of the candy covered. It's mostly in the middle. A little bit of candy, a little bit of food, and some chocolate milk. I would like it to be a little thicker, I think. So I'm going to do the rest of these as well. And then I'm going to check back tomorrow before I put it in the washer. And I'm going to see how this looks. Sometimes after sitting overnight, the stains will kind of disappear. And sometimes you have to treat it twice. But I'm going to let this sit overnight, and I'm going to pour it on the rest of these as well. And then we will come back and look at the stains. And right before I put it in the wash, I will give it a spray. So we'll spray this tomorrow right when it goes in the wash. And then we're going to see what these really bad toddler stains look like. Okay, so checking back, our stain has dried. So this is that dark one. Some of the spots have already disappeared. That one had the food on it. This one, we're going for this stain that's been there forever on the sides. We've been washing and washing and washing, trying to get rid of all of the stains to salvage this one. And it might come out of that. The little white stain looks good. And the ones with the puke on them, they are soaking. And this is the one with the food coloring candy on it. So this is dried. I'm going to wash and dry these with my cycle. Wash most of my kids' stuff in cold so nothing bleeds out or anything. But I put in my detergent, I put a splash of this in with the liquid detergent, and then I just add an extra rinse. So it will help get rid of all the extra soap in there, and that seems to help. And when you take the laundry out of the washer, it doesn't sound like there's any soap left in the clothes. So I'm going to give these a wash and dry, and then I'll show you how they came out. So we're looking at the clothes that came back, and I have a couple things that I have not dried yet because they still need to go through one more time. Remember, this is the one that had the Skittles all over it and the chocolate milk. There was just one little spot left on it right here. It's a little teeny tiny yellow spot, but everything else came out. I'm pretty happy with this. It was covered in Skittles. I don't know what you would call it, crumbs, smeared Skittles all over it. But that one, it just has a tiny, tiny little spot left, but it's kind of orange colored. So we're going to go for that one more time with the Clorox2. This is that shirt I was trying to salvage. It had been in a tub for several years. It had this rusty stain all across the front and down the middle, and it's still having a hard time coming out, but it's on its way, and I'm going to give it one more time. It was really rusty red all over, but the rest of it came out, so I have hope for that one spot. So I'm going to treat that one again. And remember the pajama outfit with the throw up all over it? It has just a little bit left. But remember how bad it was? Oh, it was disgusting. But it has just a little bit left. I think it'll come out just fine. The next one. And this shirt had some more left too. But this was something that was in that same tub from my older son. So it had been washed and used a lot. I think it'll come out of it maybe with one more wash, because it seems like it's more of a surface stain. I think it's just dried milk is what is on there. And this one came out great. That little yellow spot I was trying to get out. Sometimes yellow is hard if it's like a mustard stain or anything with turmeric or cumin in it, or any of those spices that have those orange dark pigment dyes. Those are really hard to get out, but this one came out. I think it had been some kind of mustard. That one came out, and this one came out very nicely. This was just the food. It just had food on the surface. Nothing too bad as far as stains go, but it was covered with food. So all in all, this has been great. I mean, having this has been great. That way I don't have to rewash everything so many times, and then I still treat with this, but I'm not using this alone anymore. So it's been a great thing. Hopefully it will help you out and you don't have to do laundry as much. Seems like we just do laundry and everything comes right back. You know, the stains don't come out, and we're washing it over and over and over again. And then everything gets worn out, and then you're just in the vicious cycle. So hopefully this helps out, and leave a comment and give me a like.